Hi, welcome to Education 385, History, Culture, and Society. I'm Andy Steck. I'm your instructor for these next 16 weeks for this course, and I'm going to walk you through Blackboard, the course in Blackboard, and also the syllabus. I'm going to try to do it quickly so it's not a long video you have to watch, but it will have pertinent information for you, and I think it's important that you do view it. So I'm going to start right off sharing that we are in Ultra Blackboard. Ultra Blackboard is the new Blackboard that Laverne is transitioning to. Some of your professors will be in Ultra, others are staying with the Classic just for this year. The Blackboard administration has given us a year to transition, so I decided to take the summer, work really hard, and try to put together the courses in the new Ultra Blackboard. In this course also we have a new textbook, so we'll be using that as readily as well. So I'm a little nervous about how this is going to go, so please bear with me. I'm not trying to make it difficult for you, and I will never ever, if it's my fault, I will take the blame for anything that you're having some issues with in regards to the technology, the Blackboard, in regards to the Blackboard Ultra, because it's fairly new to me too, but I think I've worked really hard, and I think I'll be able to answer your questions and help you along the way if you need it. My office hours are Tuesday mornings at 11 o'clock. You're welcome to join me any Tuesday morning you'd like. If that's not convenient because you work or because of family schedule or whatever the case may be, you're more than welcome to ask me for another time, and I would be glad to do that. We will have 3 synchronous sessions, probably with week 3. I'm not sure if it will be week 7 or 8, and then one more after that, where we will all join in on a Wednesday afternoon when we would have normally had class had we been on campus and things have been better in California. So anyways, please bear with me. Have grace, and I thank you for the grace you offer me in regards, and I will do the same for you, of course. Anyways, let's move ahead so that you don't have to watch a lengthy video. I'm going to run over the course first and do an overview of the course, and from there we'll move on to the syllabus. So what you see on this page, and this should be what you're looking at because I'm in the student preview in this page. It's not the instructor view, it's the student view, and you'll see some module folders, and everything you need are in these folders, and I want to explain them. So the first folder is the syllabus and the weekly schedule. So if I click on here, you'll see the syllabus and the weekly schedule. The weekly schedule are due dates for the major assignments. So you'll have activities and topics for these activities each week, and then you'll have, I think, about 8 major assignments that are maybe due some weeks as well, and the schedule is here for those. So if you click on that, you will see the schedule. If you click on this, you'll see the syllabus, and we're going to go back to the syllabus in just a few minutes. I think the most important module folder is this one, the weekly learning modules. This is where you're going to find your weekly work. So if you click on here, you will see week 1 module, and I will post a video each week of what you're to do in the module as well. So if there is some confusion or you're not quite understanding something, you can listen to the video as well. And you'll see usually there are anywhere from 2 to 4 activities, 3 or 4 activities a week. 3 usually are independent and 1 group work, and you are expected to do the group work as well. Your group will get credit even if you don't participate for some reason, but I'm hoping you will participate. And generally I say to you, do the group work first, work backwards. Do the group work, get that out of the way, and then go back to your independent activities, because you don't have to have the pressure of people waiting for your response, because you do have to add some comments, and you can always go back and add comments to other people's when you need to do that as well. But this is the week 1 module. This is the weekly learning modules. Now, as I said earlier, there are some major assignments. These are all in this folder. They're based by week when they're due, and they have the specific information you need to complete these activities. The syllabus won't have that. The syllabus has like a little synopsis of each of the assignments, but the nitty-gritty part of each major assignment is here in this modular folder. I will also add it to the announcements each week prior to the week it's due, or prior a couple of weeks, I try to keep you up to date. You can always check the weekly schedule too, because that also has the due dates for these. And here we have our very first major assignment, which is the annual pacing schedule. This is the Dropbox. Each assignment has its own Dropbox, and you will be dropping it in your work in this Dropbox here. This is an explanation. It's a video explanation. They look old. They're in classic Blackboard, but they still will have the specific information you have. And as I have time, I will transition and move all of those videos to brand new videos. But I worked really a lot this summer in getting this course up to date in Ultra, so they're not all the way there, but you'll be able to understand. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. You're going to hear me say that over and over, and I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can, sometimes within minutes if I'm working, sometimes within a day, sometimes within the hour. It just depends. But anyways, there you will find all of those there. In fact, here is, I hit the wrong thing. You'll see that is the explanation. We're going to go back. So all of these are here. Even the final exam is here, so you can look ahead at all of the assignments. They're all there in this major assignments folder. We're going to be talking a lot about objectives and lesson plans. The information you need in here, the resources you need are all in here. And don't become overwhelmed all of a sudden when you see all this. It will all come to light along the way, and you'll have a better understanding. So I just want to let you know these are where the resources are. And last but not least is the handbook for educational studies, in case there's something you need to know about our program, and there's always more information about me. That's pretty much the overview. If you look over to what used to be the menu that had all of these major assignments and everything on here, this is now a smaller menu. We have a roster so you can see everybody in class. We have a course description. I will take attendance. I will need to do that. If there are groups to join, you may see them here. This is a very important one. There'll be announcements. And it says no announcements now, but you do actually have one that welcomes you to the class by the time you view this video. And last but not least are some books and tools, but I haven't used those a whole lot yet, so I wouldn't worry about them. Again, I would be looking at the menu down the middle of this screen here, of your screen, and those will be the folders you will really need more than these over here. You might want to know the roster and who's in the class, and you'll need the announcements, but you should get those every week in your emails as well. And there are opportunities up here for various things. Here's a calendar if you want to use the calendar, you're more than welcome to. This is for discussions, but I have pretty much put discussions already into the assignments, so you really won't need to do that. If you need to look at gradebook, that's here. And if you want to send messages to people, you're welcome to use that as well. So that is the overview for the course. I will now click on the syllabus. And you most likely will have to download it as well. It's just the way Ultra is now. It just doesn't pop up. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And here it is right here. And we're going to go through this very quickly as well, but here is some information. This is my Zoom meeting ID. I will always send that out weekly to you so that you can join me if you need to for my office hours. But you can also use this if you need to get a hold of me. We have some information from the College of Education, the Lefebvre College of Education. We have the goals, we have the mission and the vision, and you can read through those when you'd like. And we have the core dispositions and values, which I find fascinating. My favorite one is social emotional learning, and you'll see why as we go along this semester. I firmly believe that the social emotional learning is as important as the academic learning when we work with our children. Yes, these all other ones are as amazing and as interesting and very important as well. But again, you'll see my passion for social emotional learning. This is our textbook. It is new to us. I'm excited about it. I like the contents. I think you'll find it interesting. It builds children's literature into social studies, which is exciting for me. As you know, that is the other course I teach, and I love teaching children's literature. So I'm very excited that this new book also includes some of the genres from children's literature. So that is the new book. You can rent it, you can buy it online, you can use it online, you can buy the physical textbook, however you want to use it. It's well worth it. I think you'll get a lot out of it. You can let me know at the end of the semester. Again, any modifications of the syllabus made at any time will be at my discretion, and of course I will alert you ahead of time. It won't be a surprise. Generally I don't make changes, but in the weekly schedule I might, but I did not add the weekly schedule to the syllabus. It's in a separate folder. Here are the course objectives: to define and describe social studies, to identify and apply the California standards for history and social sciences, to discuss and describe how children's literature can facilitate concept development and understanding in social studies, to investigate technology use in the social studies classroom, to define and describe multiculturalism, to discuss methods and theories for teaching history, culture, geography, economics, and civics, to describe the major components of citizenship education and values education, to develop lesson plans in social studies, to develop a unit plan for teaching social studies in accordance with the California standards, and to develop a grade level annual plan for instruction for K through 8. And those are the objectives which are all tied to the major assignments and to the activities each week. Again, you saw the course assignments in the module folder. Here they are again, a brief synopsis of each one, the annual pacing schedule, which is a yearly plan that you will map out for social studies. It sounds ominous, but really when you get down to it, you'll probably be very proud of the work you do. It doesn't happen overnight. You will need some work on that, and it's really the very first assignment, and the reason it is the first because I want you to just get an umbrella view of what social studies looks like at a particular grade level, what teaching it and what are the topics, what kind of activities might be in those, what are the units, because you're going to create a unit as well, units study as well. We're going to talk a little bit about twin text experience. That's bringing in some of the trade books, we call them, or children's literature into the social studies class, and you're going to pick a nonfiction and a fiction and compare the two and create an experience using that. You're going to also be part of a cultural learning experience. And this might have to be virtual, which I completely understand during the pandemic here and not wanting to go places. You are more than welcome to create a virtual experience. This will share, this information here will share what you will need to do to create a virtual. If you decide to do something like go to a museum or go to a place where there are people, you need to let me know. You need to tell me how you're going to be safe, how you're going to wear your mask, how you're going to social distance yourself from others, and you're going to have to tell me that you feel that you can do this, because I don't want to put you in any situation where you do not feel safe. And you need to hear this loud and clear, and you will hear this over and over from me. Yes, you're more than welcome to do it. I know we are going out and having some experiences, but if you are uncomfortable or you live with people who are at risk, do not do this. Then do it virtually. You will get the same grade that you would had you gone out physically, and you'll just find a different way to do it virtually. But I am giving you that option. But if you're going to do it physically, you're going to have to let me know about it, because I'm going to act like dad. Sorry, I'm going to act like your dad or your mom or your parent or your grandparent or the adult in your home other than you. I know you are adults too, to find out what you're doing and how you're doing it, because I need you to stay safe. I do not need you to contract COVID or give it to anybody else by doing something for this class. So I'm giving you this spiel, and you will hear it one more time. You're going to create an integrated lesson plan. It's probably one of the first lesson plans you create, and it's going to be social studies with another content area, another subject, like English language arts or math or science. You're also going to create a unit plan, and we're going to talk about unit plans and what those involve. And you're actually going to create a unit plan with some lesson plans in it, and that's another major assignment, and you're going to put that in the unit plan Dropbox. you're going to investigate some technology that you would use in your social studies class. And you can read more about that here. We're going to be talking about web quests and even create a web quest, but you may not want to do that as your technology investigation. This is something that you are interested in. Again, we're also doing community service. This might be virtual, and I am very happy if it's virtual. It doesn't have to be. If you're already doing grocery shopping for some seniors, or you're already looking in on some elderly, or you're doing some tutoring already, you're more than welcome to use that as your community service. You have to put in, I think, 20 hours. I may have reduced it to 15. I reduced it to 15. 15 hours of community service. You have to tie this into a paper. At the end, a researched paper. We'll talk more about this as well. You can read more about this under the community service folder in Blackboard. And certainly, you're more than welcome to use what you're using now as your community service. And if you're not doing any, then we can talk about that and decide what would be appropriate. To be virtual, yes, we can tutor. There are lots of things. You can call somebody every week and talk to them for an hour. Maybe somebody who doesn't have anybody in their home, who is staying in, sheltering in place, and not going out. You're more than welcome to do that. So you can come up with what it is and what you're going to do for your community service. Again, if you're going to do something physically outside of your home, you need to talk to me about that, because you need to stay safe. I don't want to put you in any position where you are in harm's way for yourself or for any of your family members or anybody who lives in your house who needs to stay safe as well. And I want everybody to stay safe. Seriously. You're going to hear me say that over and over again, but that is the most important to me. But I don't want you to have to not do something different if you're already doing some community service and feel safe about that. If you're not, let's do some virtual. If you want to venture out because you think there's something you want to do, talk to me first, please. Please, please, please. You're going to end up writing a reflective journal. You're going to write a reflective paper. You're going to research about what you're doing and how that is. Even if you're tutoring, you're going to research about tutoring and learn more about that as well. And this assignment meets the university value, community service, UVCS, which is really important because you don't have to take the 1 hour class when you take this class. Because you're taking this class, you don't have to take that 1 hour community service class afterwards. So I'm hoping you haven't taken that, because you'll still have to do a project here for community service. Last but not least is your e-portfolio, your final exam. You're going to put the major assignments. You're going to put maybe some other artifacts, including things that you learned about social studies, maybe through Blackboard or through the work you did in this week, or maybe things you've collected along the way. And you're going to put that all together as to showcase your work for this class as the final exam. Again, we have all the assessment with the number of points for each of the assignments for your participation, and then we have the conversion from percent. Once you know what your points are and you divide that by the total points, you get a percentage, then you can convert that to your a letter grade. This is the Title IX statement, just so you're aware of it. If you need this at all or need to talk to the Title IX manager, you're welcome to either email them or talk to them. It's about harassment. If somebody is harassing you, you are welcome to do something about that. If you need to talk to me about that, please, I will be glad to, but I guess I'm a mandated reporter and I need to then pass that along, and I will probably suggest that you contact the Title IX manager. The same with the social justice form. If you feel you're having some social injustice or discrimination, you're welcome to click on this and use this form. It will take you to the website in the form. And if you have a accessibility challenge, a disability, you're welcome to check with the Accessibility Services Department and have that form filled out. But if you need any accommodations whatsoever, you could just ask me in this class. You do not need to go through that form for me. If you have anything you need extra or you need me to do for you, you just let me know. And then last but not least are some university policies. There's the academic honesty, plagiarism, be careful. There's the attendance policy. There's the late work policy. There's the instructor's attendance policy. And there's an online attendance. So there you have it. This is the syllabus for this class in a nutshell. If you need more information, you will find it in Blackboard under the major assignments, especially for the assignments. And again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. I think that's it for this course. I've talked long enough, and I'm wishing everyone much success this semester. Otherwise, I'll see you online.